Alright, I think we're live. Also, how's it going, Ian? Also, sorry if there's no audio for the intro. I don't have the original audio file for what I used in the last episode, but I think I still have it on my phone, so hopefully I'll probably get that situated probably by the next episode. Also, how's it going? It's Blue Dragon. Alright, so let's begin. Alright, so let's begin with my usual intro. Greetings, campers, and welcome to DeFrehn Live. I'm your host, Aidan DeFrehn. Welcome back to YouTube, Aidan. Thanks. And how's it going, Donnie? So, as you might recall, last time on the series I experimented with Blender. Probably for the second to third time on the series. So yeah, it was a pretty fun episode, actually. What's up? So, not much, really. Earlier, my siblings and I got done loading some logs. Okay. And another hello to Donnie. Anyway, let's just jump into it. Getting the Daria ones out of the way. Wait, where did I put my... Oh, here it is. Sometimes stylus. Sometimes my stylus just doesn't, show up. Sorry. Little... I think... Anyway. Now, it's been a while since I've done this, so... Yeah. Alright. I think I'll probably begin here. Alright, I'm just looking at the stream on my phone. That way it looks like... Actually, from the looks of it, everything seems to be going well. So yeah. And as you might recall, I've been trying to adapt my style a little bit. It's like my favorite Bear Grylls meme. I think it went a little something like, improvise, adapt, overcome. It's feeling great to be back. Indeed, Mitch. So, let's see. Alright. So, yeah. Now, if you follow me on Twitter earlier, I posted a thing regarding a new sort of look for People Are Crazy. My oldest comic series that's getting a revival sometime in November. And by sometime in November, I mean like the first day of it. Because usually I would release it on a Tuesday and a Friday, so yeah. Earlier today I posted a sort of poll that acted as like some kind of It's basically just a logo design. 6 logo designs. And it seems like the majority of a lot of people seem to be voting for number 4. At least last time I checked. And frankly, I have no idea why. And for the people that voted either numbers 1 or 6, I believe you. At least y'all have pretty good taste. So yeah, number 4 was slightly inspired by the old school Nickelodeon logo, which part of me thinks I should have just used the font for that. And yes, my place I live in is kind of busy. Like always. I've also released a sort of guide to the new version of People Are Crazy. If you're on my Discord, you'll know what I'm talking about. I don't know if the microphone caught that, but accidentally. Yeah, the stylus hit the thing in the microphone, so. So if anybody heard that, I'm sorry. I feel like the timing of this could have. I feel like the timing of this thing could not have been any worse. Now, I'm probably not gonna spend too long on this sort of sketch. Because, like all the other episodes of DeFrehn Live, I'm probably gonna contain this to like an hour and a half. Then again, there were times where streams would go on for like 2 hours. Part of that was my fault. For the sort of inconsistent timing of these. But some streams were just like so fun that I wanted them to go on longer, you know? Especially what was it? Live requests. It was the one where I drew Toon Link. No matter how long they are, your live streams are pretty entertaining. Thanks. Anyway. And, actually, I think I'll mention it. I think I'll mention it right here since I'm pretty sure the majority of people only know Daria. Some of y'all might be aware, but I actually got the Daria. What was it? The Daria Complete Series DVD. I think it was for my birthday this year, actually. So yeah. Alright. Actually, I think I might need to keep the references on. I saw your May... Hang on. May Taniyama drawing on Twitter, but not DeviantArt. Oh, right. Yeah, that was the thing for DeviantArt. I tried to deviate, no pun intended, from posting traditional drawings. The only reason I uploaded I think 2 traditional pieces was because, filler. And around that time, I was, just. I think it was at that time where my PC was not really working that well. And, that time where I was planning on doing traditional pieces. But yeah. Aidan. That birthday sketch you did for me? You mind if I digitize it? Sure. I mean, I certainly don't mind if other people digitize some of my traditional work. It's just sometimes that I feel like it would have been better if... Anyway. Would have been better if I were the one doing the digital thing, but if you want to do it, that's fine. Just as long as I get credit for the original idea or sketch or whatever. And believe it or not, this is only the second time of me drawing, what was her name, Jane? The first time I did this had the coloring style that was more akin to the show. But everything else was just my style. Anyway. Thought I saw something on my phone, but Now, I was actually working on these... I was working on the original sketches yesterday, actually. And I think I might have done something like... Yeah, I think that was my intention. And another thing my brief hiatus kinda did... I ended up watching a bunch of YouTube poops. Particularly the collabs of Peterman's 1 and 2. And I don't know which one was funnier, but I think Peter Man 2 might be my favorite. So yeah, shout out to Jimmy Davis for making that brief break from YouTube slightly more tolerable. Oh, that's right, I forgot to change my eraser size. Did you hear that Angela Lansbury passed away? I did. May she rest in peace. And I think now that I have the Daria DVD, I think I'm probably gonna start watching the series a little. And I think I might start watching it tonight. Because, you know. Oh, I should also mention, if you follow me on Twitter, you'll know that I recently got myself a CRT TV. It's a nifty little thing. And especially when I put in that Greeny Fathom DVD that I had in there. It was actually in one of the pictures that I posted. It just looked really good, you know? There we go. I think that kind of helped a little bit. Now, let's see. There we go. Next up, these two from Solar Opposites. I've never actually seen the show, but I mean, the only reason I know this is because of Justin Roiland. So of course I had to add a Rick and Morty reference. Are these drawings for spooky requests? Yes, they are! That's cool. Thanks. And I'm pretty sure Justin Roiland is also coming out with another Halloween special, I think. It's also going to be on Hulu. Hang on a second. Just give me a sec. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, folks. Anyway, let's get back to whatever I was doing. Just a brief little intermission. Speaking of intermissions, I was thinking about adding some into the Bob Rivers Twisted Christmas Carols thing I was coming up with a little earlier. So yeah, earlier this month I was planning on making some sort of, Christmas related thing. Because, Christmas is in like 2 months, and I don't know how long it takes for me to make an animation. Usually it takes me like, I don't know. I want to say 2 days to make like, what? 7 seconds of animation? I don't know. I never really time how long I spend on animations. So I started a project called I think it was I think I'm just going to call it Bob Rivers' Twisted Christmas Carols cuz that's what all the songs I'm using are going to derive from. I'll fill y'all in on what songs I'm using in a bit. And by a bit, I mean probably closer to when it comes out. And I'm still trying to figure out what kind of. Because I'm going for a sort of limited animation style, sort of akin to like Hanna-Barbera. Like, those Filmation cartoons. But mostly Hanna-Barbera. And I guess Schoolhouse Rock too, actually. Which I guess kind of makes sense considering the song I called Bert, which you can hear in the We'll Be Right Back segment in other episodes, not this one. But I actually sampled the Verb song from Schoolhouse Rock, amongst other samples, including a Sesame Street sample thrown in there just for good measure. So what's everyone up to? Not much. Just drawing, as you can see. And I feel like with the Twisted Christmas Carol thing, I feel like that's gonna be where my sort of humor kind of shows up. Or at least the humor that I like. Again, I'll tell y'all more once production actually starts, which I think might be tonight or tomorrow. And yes, I've also been trying to finish up a few animation projects that have been like on hiatus for like I want to say like a couple of years now. Like there's that I want to say that No Jojo comic dub animation thing. I don't think y'all can really tell who the characters are right now, unless I pull up the reference. Hopefully, once I put some color in here, it'll start to look a little more familiar. And yes, this is kind of a sort of meta thing, because Justin Roiland, Solar Opposites, and Rick and Morty. That's all I think y'all really need to know. Next up, apparently this is supposed to be Little Miss Scary. and I might have mentioned this many times, but I was planning on doing a Mr. Men revival of sorts. But I scrapped it due to lack of interest, and to it being a little more on the ambitious side. And Posthumous and Lil Kate Smith are still in production. And considering what I'm going to be working on in the coming months, I'm probably pushing both of them to be like a 2023 release. Alright, I guess that's everything for this one. And finally, this one. Like, I don't know who requested it, but they clearly must have never seen The Incredibles 2. Or maybe they would, because. Or maybe they did watch it because they would know who. What's her name? Evelyn? They would know who she is. So yeah. And I've tried to go for a style more akin to what Brad Bird would draw. I requested it and saw the movie. Shipping goggles do weird things to people. I don't think they're shipping goggles. More like hypnotistic. And I should know because I've also seen the movie. And I was picturing. Pretty sure Evelyn. I was picturing her saying something like, I didn't want to do this either, but hey, money talks. Because I think that would be a little more in character than shipping her with Helen. Then again, it kind of would be spoilers if nobody else has seen the movie. I too have seen The Incredibles 2, albeit when I saw it, it was my first feature film in IMAX. Interesting. And I guess I should also mention that I'm also a pretty big fan of Brad Bird. Particularly, I think the movies of his I enjoy the most are The Iron Giant and Ratatouille. Particularly the latter. Which I guess you could say I'm kind of going for a style more akin to The Iron Giant. Except not really. Could you please not make Helen so angry looking? I mean, what's wrong with having a little fun with the. Because remember, there's. Depending on the thing, I usually approve the requests, but with a few liberties. It's usually written in. It's usually written in a blue thing on the spreadsheet. And I guess you could say it's a little more in character for. Because, fair enough, you're the artist. You do you. Well, I'm glad we're on the same page. And then... And then, let's see here. Alright. Hello there. How's it going, DMB? Alright. Hang on just a second, guys. I gotta... So I don't know if y'all are aware, but I made some arrangements to my room to make everything fit. Heh. But hopefully... Actually, let me explain. I don't think I'm gonna talk to y'all for much longer, because my phone's on the charger right now. And it's, like, very, very far away. So I'll talk to y'all in a bit. Or at least, I'll read the chat in a bit. Actually, let me read it right now. Okay, not much. Anyway. I also don't know if I have the music time thing saved to OBS at the time I'm doing this, but hopefully by next episode, everything will be back in order.